everyone, this is Aishwarya and welcome to Beauty with Coach. So guys, getting into product based companies is just like a dream to all the freshers like us, isn't it? And if you are a graduate from IITs or NITs, triple ITs, then it becomes a bit easier because these product based companies visit these colleges to hire freshers, isn't it? But if you are not from these colleges, can't you get into these companies? You can definitely. Okay, so I always believe if you can think of something, you can definitely do that. Okay, so it may take time, it may be difficult, it's okay, but you can definitely do that. How? We are going to understand everything in this video, but before starting this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon if you're new to it. And if you're not new, don't worry, if you like this video, make sure you share and hit the like button, because that seriously motivates me to make more such videos. So please do that, and if you have any suggestion, share in comment box. Okay, so let's get started with today's video. So see, two simple steps are there. First, get interview call, and second, crack interview. And these simple steps are so simple that you all know. If you get the call and if you crack the interview, then you will get into product based, fine. But how to get the call or how to crack the interview, this is something which we are going to understand in this video. Okay, so first thing, get the call. So this should be discussed first, because without getting call you cannot crack the interview, isn't it? So how to get interview call from a product based company? Okay, so see, two processes are there, or two methods are there. First is by referral. Okay, so if you know someone who is working in product based companies, like they may be your senior, your relative, or anyone you know, then please go and approach them, ask them to refer you, and if they refer you, then you will definitely get interview call, and after that you have to crack. And how to crack interview, we will discuss. Okay, so yes, but let's say you don't know anyone who is working in a product based company, then how to get call? Very simple. You can get referral from LinkedIn. Okay, so so I'm very much sure that most of you will already have an account on LinkedIn, but if you don't have, then don't worry, go and sign up there. It's totally free. Okay, and LinkedIn is not a social site, it's a professional site. Okay, so it's a very good site for all the freshers like us. So if you are looking for a job or interviews, then you must have an account on LinkedIn. So please go and sign up there and make your profile as professional as you can. So LinkedIn profile is more or less equivalent to resume. So make sure your profile is neat and clean and it's good, it's impressive. So yes, try to do that. Okay, so try to do that. Make sure you have an account on LinkedIn, and it's not just about having an account. So now let's say you want to get into Microsoft, so and now you have an account on LinkedIn. After that, go and search for Microsoft, then you will get a list of employees working there. So okay, fine, you don't know them, okay, just start sending them connection request, just like you send on Facebook friend request. Same thing is here, but now you have to send connection request. Okay, so it's not about you send let's say connection request to 50 people, then everyone is going to accept. No, because you're not the only person who wants to get into product based. I'm also there. So so many people are there, so they may or may not accept. It's up to them. Okay, so let's say you send request to 50 people, then there is a chance that about 15 to 20 people will accept your request. So okay, so 15 to 20 people will accept your request, fine. Now send everyone a message to like approach them in a professional manner to refer you. It's not like, sir, my name is XYZ, please refer me. Why will they? What will they do with your name? So make sure you highlight your qualities, or why should they hire you, or why should they refer you rather. So you highlight these things, you highlight your qualities. Okay, so that they can understand that yes, you are an you are a deserving candidate, sorry, so that they can understand that you're a deserving candidate and they refer you. So please try to do that. Okay, so it's not like you sent connection request to 50 people, 20 people accepted, now you texted 20 people and everyone is going to reply or everyone is going to refer. No, not at all. Again, you're not the only one. So you sent messages to, let's say, 20 people, then only 5 or 6 people is going to reply, rest everyone is going to ignore your message, just like you scene zone your ex on WhatsApp. Same thing is there. So they will scene zone you maybe, or maybe they won't even see. So because you're not the only one, so you can understand. Okay, so just 5 or 6 people are going to see or reply to your message. Okay, so and it's not like all 5 or 6 is going to refer you, not again, because they need to know whether you are deserving or not. For that they may want to know more about you, they will reply, and after that you can talk them, and make sure that talk is a professional talk. Try to impress them in a professional manner so that they can refer you. Okay, so maybe 1 or 2 people can refer you, and even if they don't, even if like out of 20 no one is going to refer, it may be possible. Don't get disheartened. Next day send request to another 50 people. So try doing this. So, and yes, it's not very simple because they don't know you personally, so there is only 1 or 2% chance that they are going to refer you, isn't it? So you can understand this. So the second method is apply yourself. Apna haath Jagannath is very famous quote in Hindi, isn't it? So try by yourself. You can upload your resume on as many websites as you can. So websites like Naukri.com, try to upload your resume on as many websites as you can. So many websites are there, and apart from these, make sure you write AMCAT, ILITMAS, CoCubes exams. So I always talk about these exams because from AMCAT you can get interview call from more than 700 companies, from ILITMAS more than 500 companies. So these exams are seriously very good. So make sure you write these exams, because before writing you have to make an account there, and after that you will upload your resume, so that if your score is good, so based on your score they send resume to companies, and after that if companies find your resume interesting, then they will send you a mail, so you will get interview call. So these are the 2 methods by which you can get interview call. I hope you understood. And now we move to cracking the interview. So let's say you got interview call, fine, but getting interview call is like one step ahead. But it's not like you got that offer letter. No, for that you have to crack the interview, isn't it? So how to crack interview? So you need to be like prepared enough, isn't it? So how to prepare yourself? First step, you have to be very good with at least 1 programming language, preferably object oriented. See, any product based companies want for a person, or looks for a person who is very good analytically, who is very good with logics. So they are not running behind programming language. They know learning one programming language is difficult, not the second one. So if you know C, then learning C++ or any other language will take hardly a month. So if you know C properly, then learning C++ after that, so if C++ is your second language, will take hardly a month. After C and C++, if you want to learn Java, then it will take hardly 15 to 20 days. So if you are very good with logic, if you know one language, then learning second language is very, very, very easy. You can easily learn. So they know these things. So they only focus on your logical part. They only focus on your analytical part, and not they don't run behind language. So if you know one language, that's enough. But it's good if you know any one object-oriented programming language. So if you know any one object-oriented programming language, then it's preferable. Okay. So make sure you are very good with one object-oriented programming language. Okay. And the second thing is data structure and algorithm. So no matter whether you are applying for service based or product based, data structure and algorithm will run behind you always. So yes, data structure and algorithm is something which you cannot ignore. Okay, and yes, for service based you need to know data structure and algorithm, you need to know. But for product based you need to have sound knowledge, you need to know everything in depth. Okay, so yes, data structure and algorithm in depth, and it's not like you just know the theoretical part, you have to be very much sure about time complexity as well as space complexity. See, I always say any coding problem can be, or not just coding problem, any problem can be solved in multiple ways, isn't it? But what is the best approach? This is something which we all want, isn't it? See, I'm just taking an example of swapping. So swapping two numbers is very simple, isn't it? But we can swap two numbers in multiple ways. Now we will look for the best way, isn't it? And what is going to be the best way? The best way is always the way which requires less time to execute and which requires less space. So time complexities should be less and space complexities should be less, isn't it? So yes, make sure you are very good with the time complexity as well as space complexity, so work on it. Okay, so data structure and algorithm you need to know in depth, and apart from that you need to know time complexity as well as space complexity. Okay, and after that, yes, they may ask you to write code on pen and paper, so they may ask you to write code on paper, and it's not like they will ask you to write a code for let's say sum of two numbers. No, they will not. They may ask, but it's not like they will not. They may ask you to write sum of two numbers, but it will not be like write a program to add two numbers. No, they will narrate a story. So they will narrate you a story, or they will give you a situation. Sorry, they will give you a situation, and now you have to find the problem. So you understood what I'm talking about. I'm talking about competitive programming. So whenever you try competitive programming, the first step is to find the question, because it's never a like simple or direct question. No, it's rarely a direct question is there. Most of the time you will get a story, and now after reading story you have to understand what the question actually is. Question may be very simple, or question may be difficult. That is another thing. The first thing or the first step is to find the question. Okay, so finding the question is the first step. So they will always narrate a story and then ask you to write the code or write the algorithm. Okay, so make sure you start competitive programming as soon as possible. So if you are into competitive programming, then very good, it's really good. But if you are not, please start as soon as possible. So this will definitely help. Okay, so competitive programming will definitely help if you want to get into product based companies. After that, learn new technology. So we all know technology is changing rapidly, isn't it? So before 1995, Python was not there. So Python came in picture in 1995, and now we say Python is future technology. So in future most of the companies will work on Python. Nowadays most of the companies work on Java. Okay, but before Java there were companies, isn't it? But they were working on something else. So technology is changing rapidly. So make sure you update yourself with new technology. So make sure you update yourself with new technology. So try to learn new technologies as much as you can. So try to learn at least one technology. So at least one technology. Okay, so we all say artificial intelligence or machine learning is like a future technology. Fine, but if it's a future technology, we need to learn it now, isn't it? Because it's not like machine learning or artificial intelligence is a future technology, so our children should learn. No, we will need it in 5 years or 4 years we will need. So if you know machine learning now, then after 5 years you will be expert, and yes, you will be in demand, isn't it? So that's why it's good to learn. So this is one thing which I wanted to add. Okay, and after that comes a very important as well as interesting point, that is internships. So internships really excite product based companies. So if you have internship in your resume, then they will be impressed. So which type of internship? It's not like you paid for something, you got that internship, you get the certificate and it's over. No, they don't want that type of internship. So make sure if you do any internship, it is for knowledge and not for just certificate. Yes, certificate matters only if you have knowledge. Without knowledge, no certificate mean anything. So if you don't have knowledge, certificate is just like a sheet of paper, you can throw it. No one is going to value a sheet of paper if you don't have sound knowledge. So internship from any product based company will definitely help. So yes, internship from any product based company. Let's say you want to get into Amazon and you are an intern in Amazon, then you are like, you will be the first choice of the company. Why? Because they know if this person worked as an intern for, let's say, 2 months or 4 months in our company, then he understands something about our company, he understands our culture, he understands the technologies which we are working on. So after that, if you want to be a full-time employee of Amazon, there will be 1 or 2 or like multiple rounds of interview may be there, or 1 round or anything. So you just need to they will you don't need to wait for interview call. They will ask you to participate in that interview, and if you can crack, you will definitely get a full-time job offer. Okay, so this is one thing. So this seriously helps. So if possible, try to get internship at product based companies. Second, if you can get internship at IITs or NITs, this is again a very good choice. So if you can, then please go for it. So you can just work as an intern under any IIT or NIT professor. That will also help. And third thing is, if you can get internship into startups. That is again a very good thing. And fourth thing is something which really I like, that is Google Summer of Code. So Google Summer of Code is really a very good thing, and it's not like you apply for if you want to work like if you want that Google Summer to get into Google Summer of Code, you will apply a month ago, or like you will start preparing from there. No, you should prepare for GSOC or Google Summer of Code at least 1 year before, because it's not that easy. And even if you want to get internship in any product based company, try to start applying for that company 1 year ago. Okay, so let's say you want a summer internship in Amazon in 2021. Okay, so you want, then start applying now, or if not now, then after 2 or 3 months start applying. Because it's not like you will apply in April and you will get internship call in May. No, you will not, because there is a procedure. They don't just don't just pick people randomly. No, they don't. So for getting internship, you have to go through multiple rounds of internships. Okay, so make sure you apply at least a year before, or not at least 1 year before, or 10 months, 8 months before at least. Okay, so this is something which I wanted to share. And after that, last but not the least, is projects. Projects excite everyone. Project is nothing but evidence to your knowledge. So I asked you to learn a new technology, fine, but make sure you have a project on that. And project doesn't mean just some random project. No, let's say Google. So Google Maps, what is this? We all need Google Maps nowadays, isn't it? So it's a real life application, isn't it? Google Assistant is there to make our life easier. So if you have a project or a real life project, then that seriously helps. Okay, so that will help you get into product based companies, not just as an intern, but also as full-time employee. So if you can develop something, or like if you have a project which has some application in real life, then that is very good. Nothing can be better than this. So yes, it's not like if you learned Python, you can develop something like Google Map in 1 or 2 days. No, for that you have to you learned Python, fine. After that you will do some mini projects, and after that you can do that, because you need some knowledge, isn't it? So before doing any big project you need sound knowledge, isn't it? So it's okay to do mini projects, that is totally fine, but make sure you have some projects which has real life application. That definitely help, that will seriously help. So this is all about cracking the interview. So if you can do these things, you will definitely get into product based. And I cannot say you will definitely get into, because there are some other factors too. So it's okay, even if you cannot get after doing everything, then don't worry, get into service based, or get into startup, or wherever you can get into that whatever company you can. And after 1 year or 2 year or 5 year, apply for product based. Then it will become very easy for you to get into product based, because see, in service based companies they train you, they try to get more and more freshers, as many as they can. So they try to hire freshers, and they train them and then ask them to work for them, okay. But product based companies, they don't want freshers generally, they want freshers from IITs or NITs only. Most of the time they don't want freshers, they want some experienced professionals, they want productive people. They know that freshers like us need training, isn't it? We need training, we don't have any practical experience. We just did our engineering from college, and we are now ready to get into corporate, fine, but we don't have any experience. So if you don't have internship or a project some project with some real life application, then it's really difficult for you, because they will understand that this person knows things but he doesn't have any practical experience, isn't it? So they want people who can think in a productive way. They want people who had some practical experience. So it's okay if you have that experience because of your project or because of your internship. Even when you are fresher, they will welcome you for sure. But if you don't have, don't worry, after working in service based for 5 years, so for 5 years you will have that experience, and then they will welcome you. So after 5 years or 2 years or 3 years you can apply. So even if you cannot get into product based after doing everything, don't worry, get into whatever you can and work there and try to improve yourself every day. And after 2 or 3 years, apply for product based companies, and there is a very high chance that you will get into that. So all the best, and on this note I'm wrapping up this video. So stay healthy, stay fit, love you all. This is Aishwarya signing off. Bye bye.